This is Sherron, the Modern Savvy CPA, and today we're going to be focusing on small business taxes, small business planning, and questions that small business might be asking out there. So my first part of this video is going to be about the one most important thing that you need to do when you're starting before you even start your small business. So the key points of this is you have to have a business plan. A business plan is like a roadmap. You know, we ask for directions all the time. We can't go anywhere without our GPS. So we need to have our roadmap, which is our business plan for our business. We need to create a plan that's not complicated. Most plans are not complicated. It's just the basic outline of the things that you want to do and where you want to go with your business. Just, your vision, but on paper. Putting vision on paper is so important because then you get to see the whole picture. I'm all about looking at pictures, whether it's with words or it's with numbers. We definitely have to look at picture. So, your plan should include like a summary of what your business is. Like the first thing that the IRS asks for a business that's getting audited is, what is the description of your business? What does your business do? So they ask you for a paragraph that you have to write that describes what your business is. So I'm not only for the IRS do you need to have that, but you need to have a true business goal and a business purpose. They call it a business purpose. What is your business purpose? So you understanding your business purpose makes it easier for everyone else to understand your business purpose. Definitely the IRS to understand your business purpose. And that's really important. Your business purpose can also determine on what things are considered high in terms of deductibility or low in terms of deductibility. For example, I have an attorney that is an accident attorney. So he deals with lawsuits most of the time. So car lawsuits, different kinds of lawsuits. So his clients are not reoccurring. I should hope not, for most of the time. So he spends a lot of money on advertising. He spends sometimes $100,000 or more on advertising. Now, when I look at his income statement and I see advertising, you have to understand what the person's business purpose is. If you're a CPA or a tax preparer that is looking at this profit and loss, then you need to understand that $100,000 is not uncommon for someone that is a personal injury attorney. So as a personal injury attorney, he constantly needs to be advertising for new clients because his clients are not like mine. They don't come back from year to year. Whereas for me as a CPA, I rarely have advertising and promotion unless I'm doing a sponsor for something. And even if I have, it will be maybe a couple of $1,000s to start with or not. So my business purpose and his business purpose are two different things. So that, when he has $100,000 in advertising and he makes the same money as I do, and I have a couple of $1,000s in advertising, is it right? Is it a red flag? There's no real minimum or maximum of expenses for a business. So you need to understand what the business purpose is in order for you to move forward and understand what their expenses are, to be able to analyze their expenses, for the business owner to analyze his expenses, and for your business planner, CPA, and tax and business advisor to understand that. So that is a definite part of it, your business plan and purpose. The company's description. So your purpose, the company's description, your overview of your business. So now you have your business purpose. What is your overview? What are the products and services you're selling? What is your target market that you're looking at? Do you need to have investors? Are you going to be able to do this with your startup money? Or are you going to be looking to have debt investors or equity investors? We can explain what a debt investor is and an equity investor is on a different video, but those are the two different kinds of investors, the basic kind. So, you have to convince them. If you are looking for investors, the business plan is essential, because you have to convince them that you have a solid business plan and you are going to be making money with their money. Because one of the best ways to have businesses is to is to use other people's money to do that. That's one of the best ways to do it. So definitely you want to make sure you understand if you're selling products or services. You need to have detailed descriptions of your products and services. What are you offering? What are you benefiting? How are you benefiting your customers? So you need to understand, what your selling points are. How are you going to be selling this to your customers? How are you going to be selling to potential investors if you're not looking for investors up front? So you have to understand how your business differs from other. How are you going to set yourself aside from your other competitors out there? So, you need to, a lot of people think that, clients and customers are going to come flowing. Not necessarily. You're going to have to develop this plan and keep going with the plan. And even if the clients and customers come flowing, you need to have your plan and keep going with the plan in order for you to maximize your profits and minimize your expenses. So definitely. So you would want, in order for you to do that, you need to understand your market. You need to have a market analysis, understand what's going out there, whether it's the real estate market or it's the financial markets, or it's, the housing market, whatever it is, that the market that you're inhabiting, you need to be able to target that market. What kind of demographics are you looking at? What information's your buyers or the people that you're serving, their habits, their growth potential, all that type of things. You need to understand that. And that also, when you put that in your business plan, you are allowing your investors to know that you've done your research and you understand why your business will work. You are one of your investors. So you understanding that is also part of the whole business plan in general. You want to make sure that, you're not a startup that just fails. You're throwing in the bucket. You will have mishaps. You will have ups and downs, but you want to make sure that you set yourself up for success. And one of the ways to set yourself up for success is an outline, is a plan, is to understand what's happening within your business. And once you put it on paper, then you'll realize that, oh my gosh, I really have a great plan here. It's all about the motivation. You might be motivated a little bit when you first start without a plan going forward, but once you have the business plan in place, you're like, wow, I'm so hyped. I'm so motivated. I'm ready to go because my plan is really, really good. You might be able to discuss your plan with a few different people and ask them their ideas and what they think and, how to add things to that. So, it's a basic outline to do that. So, your marketing and sales strategies should also be outlined in there. Target market is really important. To generate your sales, to be sure that you include information about pricing, strategies, promotional activities, what distribution channels you want to use, that type of stuff. So, the average person is bombarded with information every single day, every single minute. With social media the way it is, there's so much noise out there. So you want to make sure that your plan is focused, concentrated, and people will look at your brand. People will understand your brand. People know what your brand is about. Because word of mouth is not, for most business alone, is not enough to take your business to the next level. You need to make sure that you're branded well out there, and having the proper business plan, including what your idea is about branding, is really important. Again, this is Sherron, the Modern Savvy CPA. Until the next time.